what's poppin', man? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Clock Podcast. Unwanted with stories that matter. Got my big brother Ty in the cut. Ty was goody.
It's goody, bro.
How you
We
feeling
here.
today, man? Out in Zona. Ty's out in Zona. I'm out in Jersey. We on two different type of. See, the crazy thing is, every time I'm like getting tired, I feel like Ty's just waking up.
Yeah, shit, real. I be up, energized, moving. Bro
Ready.
be like, I'm knocked out.
I'm in bed, bro. This guy is all the way up studying. I don't know what he got going on. It's only 8 o'clock. I
Eight
would be up too, bro. I was working at eight.
o'clock on the dot. I'm
I was
smoking
on the
crack
clock, right,
rocks.
nigga.
Yeah.
Anyways, man. Tonight we got another special episode. Um, but before we get into this episode, let's start it off with a prayer.
Oh yeah. Bow
Let's
your heads.
bow our heads. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this moment as you bless us, as we continue to elevate our podcast episode by episode. Thank you, Lord, for tonight, and thank you, Lord, for every single day. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen.
All right, so man, NBA has started, Ty.
Woo! The best
NBA
time of
has
the year for
started.
the kids. You know
We're
the
not gonna
vibe.
waste no time. NBA has started. Is this the best time of the year, or is the NFL the best time of the year?
Come on, bro. You play football, but you a basketball at heart. Stop playing with me. You know the vibe. Football
Ah,
ain't your number one sport, God. Let's get
I
not get
ain't
it
gonna lie,
twisted.
basketball season. Everybody be saying that football is the best time of the year. It is because you get cozy during football season, Super Bowl parties,
Yeah.
a little more fun in NBA finals, stuff like
hmm
that, playoff wise. But I mean, we talking about like just head to head regular season versus regular season. It's no comparison, man. But it is a lot of stuff going on. With the off season. We know the preseason just started, but we want to talk about some off season grades.
hmm
And before we do that, not before we do that, but as we do that, we will rank our top five off season additions. And if you have any teams that you just want to point out that you didn't like what they did, then you could do that too. But we're gonna Ty gonna tell us top five off seasons in the NBA. Who had the best off season?
We gonna get right into it. Number one, oof. I got the Knicks.
Ooh.
Adding Carl Towns was like the little icing on
Daddy gonna be happy about
hey,
that, bro.
you got
Daddy gonna
Carl
be
Towns.
yeah.
And Daddy been saying Carl Towns for a minute. Then you add Bridges, who's a top wing, one of the top two-way defenders in the league on
Yeah.
the wing, and then you re-sign OG.
hmm To
It's like,
113. And he took a light contract too for that.
yeah, I mean, two some. It
Oh,
wasn't
he didn't
really
get
light.
113?
No, he got two. He got two, I think. The OG got two. Yeah, 5 year. He got a 5 year,
You might,
40 a
I think
year.
he did get 206. Okay.
Yeah.
Got
He
the,
ain't,
yeah.
it wasn't that light.
It
That didn't
wasn't
count like a
that
right.
like.
But
But it might have
you
been.
resign
That
OG.
shit heavy.
It's like I gotta go with the Knicks at number one. I think that was a minus. It's hard to give a team an A plus until after the season. You know what I'm saying? Until you win a championship. I can't give you an A plus. I can't say you're great. You had a great off season. So I think the Knicks had a good off season. I mean, you lose Dante DiVincenzo, you lose shooting, but he's a role player. You could
Yeah.
replace role players in the NBA. Those are not stars or mainstays. And then you still got Miles McBride. And then I think they're in the works to get Marcus Smart, if I'm not mistaken. So I
Mm.
like the Knicks at number one. Still keep Hart. You got Brunson
And Ty,
still.
they
And
also
then
got Cameron Payne and Landry Shamet.
Shamit's I didn't even know they had Shamit. Okay. Shamit's a shooter off the bench that could give you about 12 to 15 minutes. And
Mm-hmm.
then Pain is Pain. He's hot cold. You don't know what you're gonna get, but you could get something from him in like the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm. He got that
five,
experience.
six spurt. He got that experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go with the Knicks at number one. Number two, I'm gonna go with Philly. Just obvious reasons. You add Paul George. It's for me, I have them at two because is health. I don't know if Paul George can
Mhm.
stay healthy a whole season, Embiid
And
whole season. But you add PG, you add Drummond, you add Jared McCain, who could be a serviceable rookie. Eric Gordon's a decent role player, not too big of a
mhm.
deal. But Caleb Martin, that was
Mhm.
a good pickup. I
Why
like
Miami,
Caleb Martin.
bro? I'm a
Yeah,
Miami Heat
Miami
guy, bro, and
culture.
this shit it just made no sense. But you gotta move on. It obviously made sense. We don't know behind the scenes what's going on, but I mean, shit, damn, Caleb,
Yeah,
that was tough.
that was a tough loss for y'all, but I think that was a really good pickup for Philly, especially because he could play both ways. He could play the three and the four. I don't see him starting at the four, but I see him playing the three, the guarding the three, the four. He guard the two. So I think
Mhm.
that was a really good pickup also. But Paul George is Paul George. He's still a really good player. When he's hot, he's hot. When he gets going, he gets going.
Mhm.
But it's always about health with PG and Embiid. It's like when the playoffs come around, when the playoffs in May, April, May, it's like, are they gonna be are they gonna be healthy enough to play? So that's why I got them at two.
Mhm.
At three, I got OKC. You add Hartenstein at the five, that allows Chet to play the four, his natural position in the NBA, unless it's end of games. Now, end of games, Chet could play the five, but he's not burnt out trying to guard Jokic, trying to guard
Yeah.
Embiid, trying to guard Karl Towns, trying to guard the best bigs. So now you could play him at the four.
Mhm.
You start Hartenstein at the five.
Mhm.
Man, I mean, OKC is going to be scary on defense this year. I think OKC is going to have the number one defense besides the Knicks. I think OKC is going to be 1-2 in the defensive rankings this year. You got Lou Dort.
You put Lou Dort on the ball, that means that leaves Alex Caruso on the wing. He could
I
have
didn't even I didn't
the
even
most
get to
steals in the
Caruso
league this
yet.
year.
You
Yeah.
add Caruso, who's the oldest on the team at 30 years old, which sounds crazy.
Crazy.
You add him on the perimeter with Lou Dort. You got Shea who could play defense. You got Casey Wallace, who's a nat. You got Jay Will. You got the other Jay Will who plays like
Facts.
they have a bunch of players that just play hard.
Hmm.
Like OKC is going to be really
Yeah.
good this year.
That's a team to watch this year.
And then number four, I got Dallas Mavericks.
Mm.
Um, I a lot of teams didn't really make a lot of moves, so that's why I have Dallas. I mean, Klay Thompson is a really good shooter, so I
Hmm.
think that was a really good pickup because that's going to allow Luka and Kyrie to do their thing.
Hmm.
But you add Quentin Grimes, who's also a decent pickup, and then you add Najee Marshall, who's a really good role player. He just didn't have a role in OKC because they had a lot of. I mean, I think he was with the Pelicans last year because they
Pelicans.
had a lot of wing players. So Najee Marshall didn't really have a role, but I think he could be really good off the bench for Dallas. I like him better than
Derrick Jones Jr.
Derrick Jones. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think Derrick Jones is really good, but I think Najee could do some of the same things and could hit some shots and
Hmm.
and has better ball handling.
Hmm.
And then at number five, I am going to go with the Boston Celtics. They didn't
Mm.
make any moves.
No Spurs.
It was a mix because you know what it is? I don't think the Spurs um I don't think that move pushes the needle any at all. It's a good vet move, but the
Yeah.
reason why I say Boston is because they were able to get Derek White, and I'm gonna let you go. They were able to get Derek White at a discounted rate for
Hmm.
only 120 million. I think he could have got a little bit more than that. You know what I'm saying? So he was willing to take the discount, and then re-signing Tatum this year was key because it's
Hmm.
like you
And
don't
they
want to
pick up
wait too
Lonnie
long.
Walker.
Lonnie Walker,
And they get Lonnie
but
as an NBA vet. Yeah,
NBA vet, right?
that's a
He come off the
wing. That's another
bench.
wing.
But
Another
I
defensive
think I think the
conduit.
key was bringing back all your pieces. Like you bring
Hmm.
back the whole team. I think for me that's a good off season. But how about you? How you feel? What's your top five? That's my top five.
We pretty much got the same five, but mine it's just mixed. It's just different.
Okay.
It's just in a different order. So one, I got the Thunder. Uh
Okay.
like you said, you turn Josh Giddey into Alex Caruso. Like that's just
That's an upgrade.
That's an upgrade in anybody's book. You go from that to that, and then you go Isaiah Hartenstein. Like you said, you put Chet at his natural position. He does his thing. And then you got my connection. All right. Anyways,
Hmm.
and you got
Right.
Hartenstein, who's a traditional center. You know what I'm saying? He's a defender. He's a back. He's a good passer.
Hmm.
And he's just getting better day by day as we see him. And then you get Topic in the draft at number
Topic.
12, even though he got his knee issues right now. When he comes back, he's going to be effective. He can shoot the ball. He's a wing. He's another long wing for them. So whenever he comes back, whatever his timetable is, he'll be effective when he gets back. And at number
Absolutely.
two, I go Knicks at number two. You go Knicks. You and Knicks at number one, right?
Hmm.
Understandable. I understand that. I respect that. I respect that. And it's crazy, everybody. I feel like every year, everybody. It doesn't matter what team the Knicks have. Everybody just has high hopes for the Knicks. But this year, it just feels a little different.
A little different.
It
Yeah.
feels a little different. If
A
this team
little
can stay
bit
healthy,
different.
yeah, if
Yeah.
this team can stay healthy,
They could be scary.
it could be scary.
They
Cat, you
could
get
win a
Cal, you
championship.
get Cameron Payne, you get Shamit, and you get
Yeah.
TJ Warren. Even though he hasn't done anything since the bubble, you still get a player who's a vet. You
I
get that
think the key is Mitchell Robinson being,
veteran back.
yes, that's
back.
going to be big.
Whenever bro, when is he playing?
December now.
And he
His
said
foot.
winter, but he's
Yeah.
never on the floor, bro. I swear to God, every time I hear
Never.
about him, he's hurt.
Always.
Every time I hear about Mitchell Robinson, he's hurt. So whatever his timetable is, they're gonna be there. That's a great team. Now, right now, they're a good team on the verge of being a great team, depending on how they look. But when
Hmm.
they get Mitchell Robinson, they're a great team. They basically dumped their whole team to get these players right here. You get rid of DiVincenzo, you get rid of Bogdanovich, you get rid of Hartenstein. Uh,
Randall.
you get rid of Randall, Quentin Grimes early in last year. You get rid of him. You obviously pick up Precious, Campaign, and all these other guys. I mean, it's a lot more veteran experience going on, a lot of playoff energy in the building. So
Hmm.
hopefully, Cat could bring that, Western Conference Finals energy and push the needle to Eastern Conference. We've been manifesting Cat in New York for a little minute now. It's been over like 2 years. We've been saying Cat would be the perfect fit. Cat would be the perfect fit.
Hmm.
You, Daddy, everybody. It just now it's here. You know what I'm saying? It's here. So we'll see how it looks. And then third, I got Philly. Um, like you said, you bring in Paul George, and this is Paul George's last ride. This is last.
Yeah. This is
This
it.
is it. This is
Yeah.
it. This is what, fourth team? He's 30-ish. I don't know exact age, 34, whatever he's getting out there, 33 maybe. I don't know how old he is, but
About that 33,
yeah,
34.
this is
Yeah.
his last rodeo. Eric Gordon's last rodeo, Reggie Jackson's last rodeo, Andre Drummond's last rodeo. I don't even know how Andre Drummond's still in the league, but he's still fighting. He's
He
still
got
here.
them rebounds, boy.
He's still here, but you pick up Caleb Martin, Jared McCain, and you pick
Yeah.
up Paul George, the three main pickups. They had the best. They had the best. Uh, they had the best free agency when it comes to like veterans and
Yeah.
bringing in guys to fit around Maxi and fit around Embiid. And then you get Maxi on an extension. They
Then they
did all the right
re-signed
things.
Lowry.
You get Lowry.
Yeah.
They did all the right things this offseason. I'm excited to see how this looks. Like you said, if they stay healthy, then they could be that team. But you just never know with Embiid and Paul George. And then at four, you got the Mavs, Clay. You got that championship experience. Like I've been saying, that shit. It's everything. It's everything. You know what I'm saying? You replace him, and I mean you replace Hardaway, and you put Klay Thompson in that position. I mean,
Right.
yeah, that's a win in any book.
Right.
Go Grimes for Green, and then you go Najee Marshall for Derrick Jones. Like you said, Najee Marshall may just be a better player than Derrick Jones. He could shoot it a little bit better. They're the same, in my opinion, they're the same when it comes to like grading wise, what type of player they are. But
Right.
with Luca, and Kyrie, you obviously want more shooters. So I think Najee Marshall was a better fit than Derrick Jones, in my opinion.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. The Mavs they might just be, they might just be back in that finals. I don't know. Everybody counting them in already. I heard like two, three people say they got the Mavs winning it already.
Oof.
So we'll see about that one. I don't know. And then my last one, bro, I said it before in Tyler. I said it before we started the show, but it might sound like a surprise, but let me break it down to you. The Wizards are at 5, bro. Listen,
Okay.
the Wizards. No,
I mean, we had a good, we
that's
had a
your
good
team, bro.
draft.
That's your team, bro.
We had a good draft, and
Yeah.
we picked up
No, no, no.
Brogdon.
Y'all had it pretty good.
Matter
Listen,
of fact, we picked
the
up Brogdon and
offseason.
Valanciunas. You're
Malcolm
right.
Brogdon, Valanciunas.
Oh,
You get
pick some
Saddiq Bey.
vets.
You get
Yeah,
Saddiq
Bay.
Bey,
You're right.
who's an experienced, a great defender, a good wing. Then you pick
Yeah,
up Bob Carrington, Kayshawn
yeah,
George, and Alex Sarr. That's that. I mean,
yeah.
that's a good. And then you basically dump your
Danny.
whole whatever you had, and you bring in
Yeah,
a new energy.
yeah,
The new wave, and so I'm excited. I just wanted a team at 5 that was exciting, like the Spurs. People are high on the Spurs right now.
yeah.
They give them a high grade, and it could go either, like, you can say the same thing about the Spurs that you would the Wizards. So either way,
Right,
even though they don't have Wembanyama, but you still got guys that are developing. Jordan Poole has another year on his belt. You got Kuzma. You still got young and that young spirit going on. So you just never know with a team like this, like similar with the Spurs. So I'm
right.
just excited to see the Wizards and that young core. Honestly, that's probably why I had them at 5. But yeah, man, should be an exciting season. Shout out,
John
shout out,
Morant back.
shout out, Bronny James and LeBron,
OD.
because that's insane. I like imagine this: you are the best, greatest player of all time, and the only thing you really want after
To
all the
get your son
success
to
and all the
play.
fame is just to play with your son.
Right,
Because you can you now have everything. You have championships, you have
right,
this award, you have gold medals, you have
right,
greatest of all time, you got the great most points of all time.
right.
But the only thing you thinking of in the back of his head,
Just playing with
all
your
I want to
kid.
do is play with my son.
That's
And
it.
he accomplished that. So, man, big salute to LeBron, man. That's
On the
that's
LA Lakers
insane,
at
you
that.
know what I'm saying? Never
One of
seen
their
before in basketball. Ken Griffey Jr. did it in baseball. Never seen it in basketball. So, and it's the longevity part of what LeBron's doing. It's not even
he's
him
still
playing with his son.
rocking.
He's still averaging 25, 28.
Right,
Like, you would see the parent to possibly wash, but
right.
yeah, man. So that shit is exciting. That's crazy to
That shit
even
is
see.
real life. Like
Yeah, no,
we're watching something
it's
that's
real
probably
life.
never gonna happen again in basketball ever.
No, never. But hopefully it does happen again. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll make it to the league and then my son can make it and shit like
That
that. Like,
shit.
now, but off the football, man, we had some crazy news this morning. Crazy, crazy, crazy news. My team, the Jets, we dumped Robert Saleh for absolutely, I don't know what reason,
Oh, you
but
know,
what's the reason?
he's not a good head coach. It's a difference between being a head coach and a D coordinator. But go ahead.
Yeah, that's very true. But it was just the experiment part, excuse
Yeah,
me, of what was going on with Rodgers this year. I don't know if we tested it long enough, but Robert Saleh's record, 21 and 32. I mean, and
20 and 36
then
to be
the
exact.
main reason was because he was really trying to demote uh what's the name?
Hackett, Daniel
Hackett.
Hackett.
I, I, I can't remember his name because the offense just looks so terrible. Nathaniel Hackett as the offensive coordinator, well, not as the offensive coordinator, but as the play caller.
Right.
So that may have triggered, what was going on with Aaron Rodgers and, all of the things going on. Obviously, we're not winning. And just the Jets being the Jets, we never failed to, you know, kind of pit as an organization. But honestly, how'd you react to it like when you heard the news?
Honestly, when I saw it this morning, I wasn't really surprised after the way I looked because you got a 40-year-old quarterback that only has about 2 years. So it's not like it's a rookie or a second year or y'all playing to play to for a draft pick. It's like, yo, we got 2 years to either make noise or make a Super Bowl. This is not everybody can't be a head coach. Like head coaching is being a leader of men in
Mm,
professional sport. So when you're not a leader of men, you start to lose the respect of the locker room. You start to see little things going on the field, and then you're not winning. Combine that, like Mike Tomlin has times where he loses his locker room, but you could tell they respect him.
mm-hmm,
But he wins. You know what I'm saying? He gets the job done. But
mm-hmm.
even when he's not winning, which he's never had a losing record in his career, but when he does have a couple game losing streaks, you could tell like, yo, they respect Mike Tomlin. They don't say certain stuff. Certain stuff doesn't happen. Certain stuff doesn't come out onto the to the media unless somebody really goes out their way to leak shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I wasn't really surprised. A lot of D coordinators don't succeed at head coach.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, aka Dennis Allen with the Saints. Like you, it's hard to be a head coach. Like D'Amico Ryans is going crazy as a coach,
Mm-hmm.
and he's doing an excellent job. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't happen with everybody. So I wasn't surprised. Like I said again, I wasn't surprised. It was kind of expected. The Jets don't have time to play around this year. They don't have time to waste. Aaron Rodgers is 40. It looks like he's 50. Brees Hall's not getting the ball.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah.
top 10 running back, top five. You know what I'm saying? He could do everything. Garrett Wilson is a top 10 talent. You got Mike Williams. It's just they don't have the defense is top five. I think as far as like statistic wise.
We're top five. We're top five right now.
Yeah,
Passing yards per game and then just total defense.
yeah. So it it's kind of like a all in move, but I don't know if the Jets are doing things the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right,
who's gonna come in next season and fill that role as the head coach?
right.
And what about the rest of this season? They're gonna have to decourt the other guy, Ulbrich, fill the role. But
He's another
I
defensive
don't know.
coordinator.
I don't know what's going on over there. Like I said, I wasn't surprised because one, his record 20-36. That shit doesn't fly by night. Like
No,
you don't have time nowadays to keep losing.
no.
Everything is, yo, you got 3 years, and at that third year, if I don't see any progress, you got to go.
Right. I agree.
And
I
you know what
agree.
I'm saying? Like,
It's either it's win now situation. So if you're gonna win,
yeah,
you got to make the necessary moves. And I agree with Woody Johnson. Like if you're gonna if you just have to make the necessary moves, like I said.
yeah,
But I honestly reacted to it a little bit different because
okay,
I'm a fan of the Jets. I was just surprised, like it just came out of the blue, like it literally popped up, and I was like, "Whoa!" But at the
right,
same time, when you obviously look more in depth, uh, I wouldn't say it aligns, but it makes sense, you know. So, but in the previous years, I do give Robert Saleh the benefit of the doubt because we had the worst offensive line play in football for the past over like 2 or 3 years with Sam Darnold and Zach Wilson. So that that offense, those two offenses were horrific, or three offenses for the past 3 4 years. The offenses have been horrific, and then this year you come into a season. Well, last year you walk into a season with Aaron Rodgers wipe that, he gets hurt first game. Now you walk into another season with Zach Wilson, and then you have the best defense in the league, but you can't do nothing about that. And then you have the best one of the best defenses in the league, and you only give him 5 games. So I'm just I don't know. I still have to, kind of process it a little bit and look into it a little bit more. But it was a little bit surprising, coming from a fan's perspective. But people were reaching on on Twitter today saying he had the Palestinian flag and Woody Johnson's a big Trump supporter,
Yeah.
and that's why he got
Damn, damn.
fired. People were reaching today.
They
I was like,
escorted
oh,
him out the they
ah,
escorted him out the building and he couldn't
yeah,
even
he's
say bye to
probably
the
his
players.
IQ was probably trying to what
Yeah.
fire me, and
Right.
I don't know, man. But shout out to Saleh, man. He gonna get hired again as
Yeah.
he
Somebody
gonna be he gonna be a defensive
Carl
coordinator soon.
Shanahan gonna hire him back over there at San Fran because they looking
Yeah,
shaky too.
yeah,
He'll
they're gonna
hire him
do
back. That's his man.
they're gonna do big things. So
Yeah.
wherever he lands, if he lands somewhere and they're part of a championship team, man, I have nothing to say for the Jets.
That's regular jet shit.
Um, but speaking of that, speaking of just NFL stuff going on, man, uh, your Saints. Let's dive a little bit into the Saints right now.
The Saints.
No, I was just playing. No, I was just playing. I was just playing.
We
But
shaky, man.
On Saturday, we do have a crazy game. We got Ohio State versus Oregon. And
Ooh,
I
I
posted it
like
on Instagram. Go follow us on Instagram at Off the Clock Podcast. Uh,
follow that.
Off the Clock Podcast with a zero in the front,
The zero.
with a zero in the front. Go check out all our socials, TikTok as well, Off the Clock Podcast. I posted on there just to preview Ohio State versus Oregon, like who y'all got. So I want to ask here because you obviously know who I got. If
Yeah.
y'all don't know, I'm the biggest Ohio State fanatic, as you can tell. It's like, nah, I don't got nothing on Ohio State, but I'm the biggest Ohio State fanatic, so I'm gonna let Tyler just decide on who he got because I obviously gonna pick Ohio State. I'm gonna just let him give some input on who he got this weekend, and yeah, he just might put a lock in on him.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I like OSU. Um, I've been watching Oregon this year. They haven't covered all year the spread. They haven't covered this. Did they cover last game? I'm not sure if they covered last game, but the other prior games they didn't cover the spread. They look okay, but they're not. I just think Ohio State they got too much willpower, like too many weapons. You got Judkins at running back now. You got the quarterback Will Howard, who's experienced. To me, you got the best receiver in the nation, the best freshman in the nation, Jeremiah Smith. I mean, it's debatable between him and Williams, but I'm taking Jeremiah Smith. And then you still got Egbuka on the other side, and then you got the defense who's been rocking this year, but however you pronounce his name, number 44. You got some other studs on that defense. I'm and Oregon's a speed offense.
Hmm.
Like they can't they're not going to be able to run the ball up the middle on Ohio State. I don't think.
Yeah, we have the number one defense in college football right now, Ty.
Yeah, I just think Ohio
Allowing
State's
only 3 yards per play. So,
I think Ohio State's going to be too much for Oregon. Too much power, better blocking, better defense. I'm gonna have to go with the Buck. I can't fade the Buckeyes this weekend. Oregon, they're a Pac-12. They was a Pac-12 team, but they're a Pac-12 type team. They want to get up and down the field and fly. That shit don't fly in the Big Ten. Like
mhm.
they ain't gonna be able to get up and down and outspeed. You're not gonna outspeed Ohio State. So you got to beat them with some shit. And I didn't really, I don't really think Oregon has that. You know what I'm saying? Like they got some good weapons: Tez Johnson, Jordan James,
Mhm.
Evan Stewart. But man, those weapons on that Buckeye side is just, every year is just different. I'm gonna have to go with OSU. Whatever the spread is, I think they cover it.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
I
go with
like
Ohio
that. I
State.
like that. I
Yeah.
love when he talks about. I love when he dives deep into OSU, man. I love it. I love it. I
Even though
love
I hate to do it, it's real. This is
it.
real life. It's just reality. It's numbers, it's
Yeah.
stats. It's just,
Y'all
I
don't
gotta.
understand how much it irks him right now to
Yeah,
talk
that shit
so
hurts
highly
me.
of OSU, man.
I ain't even say that with pride. I said that shit, man.
Oh,
Deliberate, like,
he said it.
yeah,
He said
yeah,
it because he had to. He said
I,
it because he had to,
because
right?
I'm a winner. I like to
All
win,
right,
and I know winning.
all right, all right. Respectable.
Shitting.
Respectable.
I don't gamble. I don't give analysis with my heart. I give analysis with my mind.
Yeah, there you go. Food for thought right there. Food for
Food for
thought.
thought. Yeah, I write that shit down too.
Yeah, write that down because I
Hashtag
missed it.
mind.
Right. Hashtag mind over matter.
Hashtag Duke you. Shout out my nigga Doug, man.
Shout
That's my
out Doug.
brother,
Shout out
man. Shout out
Acid.
my nigga Doug, man. That's my brother. But
Shout
that
out
vibe.
Doug. Shout out Acid, man. Shout out Eagle. But yeah, man, Ohio State we about to do our thing, man. I'm excited for that game. It's been two early like top 10, top five matchups with Georgia and Bama, obviously, and then you got number two versus number three this week. So um, this should be interesting. You know, it's going to be a high power game.
hmm
I think it's going to be just as high scoring as the Georgia and Alabama game. Um, but I see us running away with it towards the end.
hmm
I know Oregon is good on first and second. Now I watched them a little bit. I haven't watched them too much. I haven't even watched Ohio State too much this year. Honestly, like I've really watched Texas a lot more than anybody, if I'm being
hmm
honest. But what I know about Ohio State is we tend to start a little bit slow, so
hmm
we're gonna have to pick it up this
Oregon too.
and yeah, we start very slow. And we do have the best defense in the nation, like I said. We rank as the best defense. I'm just saying that off statistics. We only allow 3 yards per play, so that
That's
should
crazy in
that's all
football.
the stats you need to really know about our defense.
Right.
Um, I know Oregon is high powered as well. They got Dylan Gabriel, but he has
Yeah.
thrown a lot of interceptions against
Makes
them.
a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, he makes a good amount of mistakes when the big games come. So we'll see how he really plays in the top five matchup. I'm expecting him to show up though. He's a very good quarterback.
hmm
Um, he plays with a lot of heart. He runs the ball. You know, he's a great lefty quarterback. You know, he kind of reminds me of like a Matt Leinart almost.
hmm
Very, very tough.
A little
Uh,
more mobile.
He's a little bit more mobile, but just that lefty, you know what I'm saying, that lefty vibe to him, that lefty aura, if you would. But I'm gonna go Ohio State all the way. And yeah, that's going to settle that because number two should be number one right now, but we're not gonna get into that. Um anyways, man, the Minnesota Lynx just won, Ty. I know you
Oh,
the
yeah,
Minnesota
that,
Lynx just won.
they look very good on defense, but they about to run into a storm in New York. A big storm.
Shout out
Literally and
New
figuratively.
York.
Because Liberty about to get it right.
Liberty about to get busy.
Right.
This is
Liberty ain't losing 2 years in a row.
nah,
Nah,
no chance.
nah.
No chance.
No way.
No chance. The
Brianna
way they
Stewart
just,
is
the
in
way they
that
just made the
bag.
aces look, nah.
Brianna Stewart is in that dog food.
Dog food. They too good. They're too good for the Lynx, bro.
Too good, bro.
They're too good for the Lynx.
Too good.
I don't think anybody can stop Stewie.
No. So
He's just
nobody could stop
he's a
Ionescu
big
on that team
mismatch.
either.
Yeah. I mean, Dewana Bonner is really good.
She's on the Sun.
I mean, not Dewana Bonner. I am tripping.
Nafisha Collier.
Nafisha Collier. See,
Yeah.
but Wanabana is really good, but Nafisha
Yeah.
Collier is really good too. So that's a great
UConn.
matchup right there. And then
Her and Stewie, yeah.
yeah, you got Caleb McBride. I think
It's gonna be a good series.
It's gonna be a good series. It's
Yeah.
gonna be interesting. But who you got? You got New York?
I got New York for sure. I don't think you know what it is. I don't think they lose 2 years in a row.
Mm.
They know what it's like to be in the finals. I mean, the Lynx did beat them in the season series 2-1, but playoffs is totally different. I like New York. I don't know if WNBA is 5 or 7, but I like New York. And if it's 5, I like New York. And uh, I like
It's
New
six.
York in 4.
Yeah, six.
If it's 7, I like New York in 6.
New York in six. Yeah, I like New York in five, honestly. New
Yeah,
York is New
I
York is
think
a push for them.
I
Yeah.
just think they're a better team as far as like
Yeah.
all
They
around.
got championship experience.
Yeah, they've been there.
They've been there.
It's
So
hard to stop. It's hard to stop Sabrina. But
yeah,
yeah,
it's too, it,
I like Liberty.
yeah, they're gonna be too much.
Might be a New York year. I don't know, but I like the Padres next round. If y'all do play the Mets, but that's a whole
Chill
nother
out,
topic.
bruh.
It's a whole
Chill
nother
out,
topic for another
bruh. Chill
day. My
out, bruh.
fault.
See, you was doing
Uh
good, bruh. You was on Ohio
huh.
State. We got a little Jets talk. Now you just gonna do that. That's how we.
Nah, we
How
ain't
we
getting
about
there
to,
yet. We ain't there
that's how we
yet.
about
We
to
ain't
end
there
the
yet.
show. We
Nah,
about to act like the Mets are not gonna win the World Series. Come on, bro.
I plead the fifth.
We about to beat one of the best teams in the league right now. We about to beat the Phillies, bruh.
They are one of the best teams for sure.
Come
They
on. And
be
if the Dodgers don't make it, the Padres is tough. The Padres gonna be.
Padres are super. It's gonna be a great series if the Mets play the Padres though.
But we ain't
For
finished
sure.
yet. We ain't job not finished. How's your job not finished? Rest in peace to Kobe. But I got a feeling the way we just entered the way we entered the second round, yo, like it's meant for us. It's destined. It's destined, honestly. The way Pete Alonso said today is destined, bro. I'm sorry. I'm big on destiny. I just feel like we here to win, man. We just about to take it this year. That's just how I'm feeling. Once my team is in it, we just have to win. You know what I'm saying? If the Jets make the playoffs this year, we win win in the Super Bowl. The Heat make it, we win in the finals. This is just how it goes, man. We about to take this down. Shout out to Mets, man. Big Met up. Play something.
Shout out Poppy, man. He
Yeah,
be a
shout out
Mets
Poppy,
fan.
man. Shout out
Poppy a
Poppy.
big
We
Mets
got the
fan.
Mets. We got Rutgers go doing their little thing.
Yeah.
One, but let us know in the comments who y'all got, who y'all
Mm-hmm.
got the Liberty or the Lynx, and then let us know who y'all got winning the World Series as well, because all of that should be interesting. Hoping y'all tuned in to the WNBA. I know everybody gonna be tuned into the finals, but it should be a good one. But we got like a minute left on here. Tyler, any shout outs, anything you want to tell the people?
Nah, shout out to all the people watching. Shout out to all the people that stay tuned in. Shout out to the people that's locked in. We're gonna keep giving y'all some more videos, some more consistency on the pod, because I know y'all want to see the bros do their thing, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody that's watching, shout out to all the viewers, shout out to everybody that's hating. Shout out to everybody, man. We love is love,
Shout
man.
out
You know the
everybody,
vibe. Shout
man.
out everybody, man.
Shout out everybody. So we actually got a comment from JOMY18 last episode. He says, "Salute to y'all. I love the podcast."
Mm.
Shout out to
Shout out to him.
Jami. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, but
Hmm.
salute to you, man. We're gonna keep it consistent, you know.
Yeah.
So every what's today?
Tuesday.
Every Wednesday and Friday, we'll be uploading and we'll be recording. So shout out to
Hmm.
y'all, man. We're gonna keep this shit consistent. We're gonna keep it going, and we appreciate all the love. Make sure you comment, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. You know what I'm
All
saying?
that.
Follow us on Instagram. All our socials will be down below. Make sure you take care of that. Spam us, whatever you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? We respond to everything.
And
Uh,
always remember, say your prayers, man.
yeah, say our prayers at night, man. Say a blessing. And toodaloo. See y'all next episode.